my errors. Modern technology on New Florida is always really useful. If trains are too heavy for just one locomotive to handle, they hook up more than one, controlled by one driver who controls both units simultaneously. It was late in the evening at Nutham, and the engines had just finished their dinner, and it was time for bed. Becky arrived late at night. She was exhausted. All the engines went to sleep. They all had a good day, except for Becky. She had a bad dream. She dreamt she was in heck. It was scary. As Becky was deep down in the underworld, she didn't like it at all. Fire was rampaging. It was perpetual fire. Becky was trundling and trundling along, floating in the air. Then there was a bus stopped at the crossing and the nuclear alarm went off. Then it happened. Becky and Dewey were going fast until the last second. Wailed Becky. I can't sleep if I'm in hell! Don't worry, puffed Dewey. Heaven and hell are not real. They're just make-believe and mythology. And they went back to sleep. They were all asleep. Becky was happily asleep, hoping that she wouldn't be in the underworld again. It was blasphemous. Then the sun began to rise in the sky when Mr. Cakester arrived. I've heard all about the underworld, said Mr. Cakester. You had a nightmare engine and her name was Fridley. Is that right? It is, sir. She was from Hell's Kitchen in New York City. And then Becky steamed off to collect her train. The freight cars were full of fish. They were stinky and smelly. There were 94 cars. Ew! Gross! Becky said, good heavens! Fridley arrived. You're the same engine as in my nightmare, she said. I really am. I am Fridley, she said, just like a city in Minnesota. And she puffed off with her freight cars of fish to Purgatory Junction. Freight cars were funny. Becky buffered up to them. Hope this doesn't smell like vomiting and diarrhea, she said, and then, it was funny to say that, it's gross. The underworld's funny. Then Becky pushed so hard and then she took off. Help! Come on, Becky, runaway fish train! And Alexia was in a siding. Becky didn't see Alexia until it was too late. it was engulfed. Luckily, no one was hurt, but Becky was derailed completely. "Sorry, Alexia, I didn't see you there," said Becky. "Don't worry," puffed Alexia. "I'll be out of this fish in no time." It was salty. "I'll have you back on the tracks in no time," said Fridley. And then she pulled Becky back onto the tracks. "I hope I'm not in the underworld again," Becky said. That was HE double hockey stick. Then Fridley and Becky delivered all the fresh fish to the fish market at Brendam Docks on Sodor. Huh? A CSX locomotive was shunting later that day, and it was all set and ready to go. Then an Amtrak train came into view, and it sped by really fast. Then Fridley had to collect her passenger train. Before the passengers would board, Fridley took off without her crew. "Stop!" cried the passengers. "We need to get on your train!" And Fridley looked. Her crew was left behind. "Come back here!" called the passenger. But it was too late. Fridley had already puffed away. "I'm not the devil alien train anymore!" she wailed. And she sped through the station without her crew. Then it was too late! Becky had the spare train, because the bus wasn't feasible, and then she arrived to see Fridley. "Are you alright?" asked Becky. "I really am alright," said Fridley. "I'm stuck in this dirt pile." Then the Amfleet cars were shunted, and Alexia pulled Fridley back onto the tracks. "Thanks, Alexia," said Fridley. She was free. A few minutes later, the passengers were on both trains, and Becky, Alexia, and Fridley brought it to the end of the line. I hope there's no blasphemous nightmares in the future, and if they scare little kids, they could drop something. I hope that doesn't happen again. Don't you? Becky and Alexia were really pleased indeed.